Now, the Donna Lee Dawson case is a case that the people are saying has no mystery. The people are saying the state clearly have the evidence what they need to prosecute, and that's why it is at that point right now, prosecution. But people are saying Noel Maitland have a whole heap of powerful connections and a whole heap of money. Yeah, that's something I want to talk about because Noel Maitland has been framed as a member of law enforcement. We are saying this a member of law enforcement, but no. Noel Maitland used to have his own record label, it look like. Noel Maitland was a law enforcement officer. We live in an upscale, uptown apartment. He probably was one of the only law enforcement officers there. Or at least one of the only law enforcement officers with his rank and his salary. Noel Maitland drive an upscale, luxury, high-end car. A BMW. On his salary. Imagine how much of that money Noel Maitland have. Now it's a theory and a conspiracy theory on the island say, oh, with money and the right connections, you can't get anything done. Some people believe say Noel Maitland try spending money to get out. And that's why they mean the trial I put off, the trial I put off, the trial I put off. Truth be told, one of the reasons why the trial they put off Wadia was one of the witnesses. It was the car wash attendant, and that lady no longer resides on the Jamaican island. That lady lives overseas. She gotta make a better life for herself and her family and her loved ones and whatever, for her own personal thing. So, while she wanted to help to get justice for Donna Lee Dawson and her family, she probably have her work and things where, you know? So she'd have to tell them when she would be available. It turns out that when she would be available and she was the next witness for the prosecution, they would have to wait a couple of days till she was available. Now, that might be the same scenario again. It might be a key witness who has work and other things. And remember, this is not jury duty in the country where they are now living and working. This is not the state for the country that they are now living in and working in, calling them to help get justice for a citizen. For those who have worked overseas, live overseas, yo, you have to have your reason. Especially when you just get your work and you try to keep your work. And even besides that, even if you have to remember, even if she never knew, or even if when she did know, it wasn't them, he tell her, say, all right, such and such time. But for whatever reason, she need the day, she'd have to work and she'd have to do it. She'd do a foreign trade, she need her money. She's not a rich auntie, more than likely. So, she couldn't get to make it at the time. Maybe the same scenario take place now. But of course, you know, people are saying, them not like what they must say are go on. Now, some people are saying, Noel Maitland say him GPS. Or said he was not there. So the people are saying, why doesn't his GPS on his phone and him car, him high-end BMW and him phone prove say him never did it? Why his defense attorneys haven't used his GPS data for sure say him never did it? I mean, the defense attorneys for Sean Storm did point out say him cell phone records prove say him cell phone was pinning off of a cell tower in his hometown community. And it was one of the reasons why people that say, yo, free Sean Storm, him innocent. Because if them say him go somewhere with somebody or him carry somebody go somewhere, but him phone shows say him never left him community, then how? When one of the witness testimony said the person that received phone calls, so him that received phone call on him phone, but him phone say him never left him community. It was one of the things. Then if Maitland say him never did it, why them not make him phone say, yo, look, him phone that send me there over there, sir. I mean, it would help him. If him say him not know where go on, him not do nothing. And him phone and show say, well, him was all the way and I want somewhere else. Then to that prove say, but wait, him never did it. Like he never did it true. You that think that would be one of the first thing where him want to prove to people, say, look, him never did it. I mean, not being there is the whole thing why I say him innocent. He was saying he was not there. So it's surprising, say, the defense has not taken the opportunity to prove that he was not there. But the key factor in him statement, him never did Dede. So if him never did Dede, show say him never did Dede. Yeah, just simply show we say he was not there. At the moment when the crime take place, he was not there. But maybe him didn't bother mention that because of the amount of other evidence. That woman that say, man, take the hose from her and start wash out the couch, you know. She tell you what she see her come out of the couch. Evidence. Proof of foul play. I'm not speculation again. The woman testify. Them say Maitland na dreadlocks when them ask the woman to say, you see the woman in it? You see the man in it? Them said Noel Maitland and the dreadlocks the first time she couldn't even recognize him. This time them focus on him and ask again. She realized him in a dreadlocks. And if it was a strategy, we try to throw off the witness. And it almost worked because the witness that said it was a light complexion man, a brown looking man, and people start to wonder if it was a next accomplice not yet found by law enforcement. It was not like that. It wasn't that law enforcement hadn't found that person. Law enforcement had indeed found the person, charged the person, had the person behind the bars. It was Noel Maitland all along. It was Noel Maitland all along. She just couldn't recognize him with the locks. It was him. And people almost start to believe and speculate, say, wait, more accomplices out there what we don't know of. No, it was him. It was just him. But talk to me in the comment section and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Why defense not prove say him never did it? You feel like he might try using money to come out. In a film situation, the law is the law. And no matter how much money, man, this is a highly publicized case. With all of the evidence against him. And really, we don't see none being presented by him for prove otherwise. Which I would have what him need to do. Prove say there's doubt say I did him. And prove say I never did him. But talk to me in the comment section and tell me what you think. If you're new to the channel, so pass through subscribe icon, then the bell icon, and of course, put it on all. Now until the reason again, my sentiments for you and yours that want to live, love, and prosper, and also want to stay tuned.